Doctrine and Covenants 27 through 28. It's the summer of 1830, and Oliver Cowdery is filled with righteous indignation. Even though Oliver was part of the first church conference where the Articles and Covenants were unanimously accepted, as he rereads the words about baptism, he feels frustrated and upset. It says that those who want to be baptized must, quote, truly manifest by their works that they have received the gift of Christ unto the remission of their sins. Oliver is certain this is an error that needs to be corrected. He sits down and writes a scathing letter to Joseph, which says in part, I command you in the name of God to erase those words. Imagine Joseph's surprise and dismay at receiving such a letter from his friend. In response, he doesn't simply write a letter back. He travels from Harmony, Pennsylvania to Fayette, New York, where he finds Oliver still convinced that he is correct. Joseph, with the help of one of the Whitmer sons, discusses and testifies, pleads and witnesses to Oliver until he's finally able to convince him that this sentence is in fact in accordance with the rest of the document. While the dust has now settled, this experience has undoubtedly placed a seed of concern in Joseph's mind. How is he to lead a church that encourages its members to access personal revelation? It's a question that will come back with a vengeance in the coming months. It's now August 1830, and Emma Smith still has not been confirmed a member of the church. So when their friends Newell and Sally Knight come to visit Joseph and Emma, they decide it's the perfect time for both Emma and Sally to be confirmed. To prepare for this special meeting, Joseph leaves the house to purchase wine for the sacrament. But after traveling only a short distance, he's interrupted by a visit from an angel, who gives Joseph a revelation he doesn't know he needs, which is now recorded in Doctrine and Covenants 27. This angel visitor teaches Joseph that what matters more than the wine in the sacrament is the spirit with which the sacrament is prepared and partaken. The angel warns Joseph that the saints should only use wine for the sacrament if it has been prepared by their own hands. When the angel leaves, Joseph immediately turns around and heads home with empty hands, but a very full heart, and tells the others what he has learned. They all accept his word and begin preparing their own wine. They partake of the sacrament, and finally, Emma and Sally are confirmed as the newest members of the Church of Christ. As they prepare for the second church conference to be held that September, Joseph and Emma make the decision to move from Emma's family in Harmony and closer to the other church members in Fayette, New York. When they arrive at the Whitmers, Joseph is dismayed to discover that the problem he previously had with Oliver is happening again. This time with one of the 8 witnesses of the Book of Mormon, Hiram Page. Hiram claims to have received 2 revelations for the entire church through a seer stone. Hiram, who is a son-in-law of the Whitmers, has owned this stone for many years previous to becoming a member of the church. He knows about Joseph Smith, the Urim and Thummim, and seer stones, and he believes that he too can receive inspiration for the church through his stone. Now, when Oliver Cowdery and the Whitmers had learned about Hiram's stone, they became very interested in it, and they encouraged Hiram to seek revelation through it about church government and Zion. Consequently, Hiram went to the stone to find this information, and when he did, he received 2 false revelations that were in total opposition to the New Testament and to recent revelations Joseph had received. And even worse, Oliver, some of the Whitmers, and other people believed in these revelations. What a welcome to Fayette for Joseph and Emma. With this new dilemma created by Hiram Page, Joseph is facing a major crisis. Joseph's experience in the sacred grove and his invitation to others to gain their own witness of the truth means that anyone can receive revelation. So in this new revelation-packed religion, the question becomes, who can receive revelation for the church? Can Hiram Page receive revelation that counters what Joseph has said or even what the scriptures say? This is a pivotal moment for the brand new church. Joseph's initial plan is to leave this matter up to a decision at the upcoming church conference, but he soon realizes that it's a serious enough matter that it requires immediate action. He spends a sleepless night seeking understanding and revelation, and what he receives is now recorded in Doctrine and Covenants 28. But the revelation isn't for Joseph or for Hiram Page. It's addressed to Oliver Cowdery, who has so recently been guilty of trying to direct Joseph in matters of prophetic revelation. In this new revelation, Oliver is reminded that he is to be a mouthpiece for the prophet, not the other way around. He's then tasked with approaching Hiram privately to tell him he is being deceived by Satan. Oliver, who months before had commanded Joseph to change the words of revelations from God, now accepts this commandment from God through Joseph and humbly approaches Hiram. Through considerable effort, Oliver helps Hiram realize that both of them have been tricked by Satan into believing in false revelations. So what is the lesson we can learn from Oliver Cowdery, Hiram Page, and the words in Doctrine and Covenants 27 through 28? One major lesson is to remember that revelation flows down. Those who have responsibility for and authority over others can receive revelation about those people, not the other way around. If you enjoy these videos, you are definitely going to enjoy my daily podcast called 1 Minute Scripture Study. It helps you dive into the scriptures in just 1 or 2 minutes a day. Make sure to check it out at the link in the description.